Hi, I'm Vivienne J, and I'm a current senior, and I'm a film and media arts major from Chicago, Illinois. A lot of people at DePauw know me as Viv J, so it's like a stage name. People have seen me walk around with my phone or vlog camera, and they're like, oh hey, Viv J. I am passionate about singing, dancing, and filmmaking. Choosing to major in film and media arts, so it became a huge part of me since sophomore year. Especially when I first came from the suburbs of Chicago to Greencastle, Indiana, I didn't know that I would love the DePauw culture. Although I do come from a family legacy, which makes one of the good reasons to commit to DePauw. I would say one of the big reasons why I've sing and dance and also make films. I suffered from horrible social isolation that kept me locked in my house. I also didn't have many friends at that time. I was really shy. My parents, for some reason, they knew that, how different I was. Even I knew how different I was. And they discovered that I was autistic. The hardest part of being an autistic person is when people misinterpret you in many ways. It was messy. A part of me felt brokenhearted. There might have been at least few teachers or just random people that just didn't seem sincere to my heart. It's as if they were saying she may not survive college, and that infuriated me. Because I'm known as the barrier breaker most of the time, because of how much of that was traumatic for me, I knew that that was something I wanted to do as I grew.
Well, I think everybody navigates the world in their own unique way. We often get a sense of the way things should be or the way we expect people to be, and sometimes we run up against things that we don't quite expect or don't see coming. It's important to be open and empathetic and not rigid in your expectations about the way people should go about doing something. And so, one of the things you learn as a teacher is watching all these young people sort of navigate the world in different ways. It opens you up to new ways of thinking. Students who struggle with neurodiversity issues are often easily excluded because they might not be processing things in the same way that everybody else wants them to. They might not be responding in ways that one expects.
From time to time, you run into a person who sees the ideas very differently. And sometimes it's subtle and sometimes it's jarring, but it is always an incredible experience when somebody opens my eyes. You could call that creativity, you can call that neurodivergence, but what it means is, to me, is people who just see things differently. And then when that happens, it opens my eyes to other ways to see ideas.
For everybody in some ways, it's hard for the people who are being excluded to understand why. It's hard for the people who are doing the excluding to see that they're actually excluding people. I think it's just important for creativity, for well-being, that we have communities, that we have people that accept us for who we are.
From a student perspective, I think having some kind of community is critically important to their success, especially at a school like DePauw, which is smaller. I always say the important thing that we can do to help students find it is to encourage them to look for community in all kinds of different spaces.
Whenever any neurodivergent kid opens their situation about their sense of displacement, it'll give people a solid idea of what it sounds like to that person. Because masking is a part of autism, it's this idea of needing to fit in and act normal. I don't like using that word, but that's the case. It's like this pressure of having to fit within the normal standards of a neurotypical person.
Yeah, I think it's really important because it's very foundational and just a fundamental aspect of their lives to be able to have that backing and that support within their everyday activities, within just being themselves and being able to be original and be authentic.
I think because autism can be an invisible condition, it's not the easiest thing probably to share. You have to go out of your way sometimes to share it. Her willingness, that's what generosity I think comes in, because Vivienne showed a great willingness to talk to me about her experiences in the world and how she saw and understood things, how she processed information. I met Vivienne in her first year seminar class, which I was teaching now 4 years ago. So I've had the great honor of knowing Vivienne for her whole undergraduate experience. And I remember at the very beginning of our meetings together in the first year seminar class.
I think explaining the situation with Viv has helped me, you know, in some ways just be a little more patient, a little more understanding, because there are times when, with anybody, we can get frustrated, we can get impatient, but as you talk about it, as you explain it to somebody, if you're open to it, you find that place where you're like, well, actually, this is probably very difficult for them. Sometimes it's just a communication problem. It's not a personal failing, it's just a communication problem, and you can address that. So it makes you more patient, it makes you more, certainly made me more understanding.
You can't just simply sit in the flow and go through things in a routine fashion, because Viv will not let you. You know, it's not easy to be disrupted that way, but it's good to be disrupted that way, because it causes me to reflect on what I'm doing in the classroom, to reflect on how I am serving students well. Viv often brings up, will bring up things that affect her, but I think they affect the whole class too. And so, it brightens up the day, and it also just clarifies your view of the world to have a chance to talk to Viv. She is sincere and she is caring.
Honestly, I'm gonna miss Viv's spirit. I mean, she's just amazing, and she's just such a wonderful person to be around, and she just brightens up your day with just her being her true self and just shining, and just her dances, her blogs, her videos, just everything. It's just so it's like when she graduates, it's like a part of DePauw will just be gone, and it's so disheartening, but she will be missed.
Why am I here in this world? Who am I without all this love that can save me from these drowning tears? I see the light passing through.